Another day, another sleigh, and for the past few days I've been struggling a lot with the plumbing of the turbos. So first of all, I bought this one from Speeding. It's 55 centimeters long. AN fitting here. I'm still waiting for the connector that goes down there in the white paper. And as of right now, I think this one is maybe a bit too long. Not sure really. I can try and finagle it down there. I've done it before, but I think it's a bit too long, so not sure how I'm gonna do that. Next thing, I've been trying to do my own AN fittings with the stainless steel hoses. Let me show you. Like this. And this one, I measured it up to be a good size or length for the turbo, oil to the turbo, which is down here. And yeah, so what I've done is this one is too short now, much too short, because I was struggling a lot with cutting the hoses. Okay, so the first thing I did, I took my, what's this called, angle grinder, yeah, and that one just made a mess of the hose, even if I used some electrical tape. Then I tried to use this saw. It went a bit better, but the end of the hose got these things. You know, it's cutting pretty good, but then in the end, when the hose is flopping like this, it's really hard to cut the last bit, so that didn't work either. So I've seen that Speeding has a tool like this one for like 600 Swedish crowns, 700. But I'm a cheap motherfucker, so I bought this one on Amazon for 250 Swedish crowns, like $25. It's not really that big, as you can see. Most of the ones that are recommended online are like this big, so you get more power when cutting. But I actually tried this one, and success. It did a clean cut. So I recommend getting a tool like this, where the cuttings are like this, curved, because then it's crimping the cut, so it doesn't end up like you know, shit. You can see here, trying with the grinder, it's kind of poor cut here. So this I will deem as a test piece which failed. I'm gonna measure up again from here down here and around to the oil, and I'm gonna make a new piece. And I did have, this is the length I've got left, so here, so this is kind of like 1 meter and 60 centimeters maybe. So I ordered 2 meters of AN6, 2 meters of AN4. So now I'm gonna cut a new one, put on the fittings, and actually screw it into the block for the first time. So that's really exciting. So let me just set up the camera and we'll see how we do. So first of all, let me show you the fitting. So this I bought also on Speeding. So the oil is then going, let's see if we can get in here. See this fitting? So that's a, yeah, as shown on the videos before, but that's where I'm gonna connect my AN hose, and it's going to go up here around and 90-degree fitting right on here. And the thing is, I know it's gonna be quite close to the manifold here, so I'm gonna do it a bit longer so I can come here down, I think somewhere here and then below, so it doesn't stay close to this. Maybe like try to build a bracket here of some sort and hold it in place. So let's go. Okay, so right about here, I'm gonna make the mark. You're gonna want to be roughly in the middle of this. So I'm gonna try and cut in the middle, okay? Like that. Remove this one. Put it in the middle. Somewhere like here. Then just squeeze. There we go. And you should get a cut that looks like this. Okay. So let's remove the tape here. And it looks kind of crimped, so you have to squeeze it a bit. Then kind of twist it on. And you can see here, if you can see, it's kind of hard to see maybe. It's hard to see, but we're nowhere close, so we have to push it down a bit more. And the same for the other end. So now if you can see the hose in there, so it's almost at where the threads begin. So I just put it on the floor, just push down as hard as you can. I put some gloves on because you get better grip on the hose. You just push it. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Also, after every cut, you should take some compressed air, I was gonna say. Oh, take some compressed air. And just through the hose here. Just get rid of the debris. Okay, good. And now we're gonna put some W40 in here and here to just lube up, and then we're just gonna screw in the fittings. Then you should get a vise. I highly recommend getting a vise like this, and I did buy the AN brackets from Speeding that holds the AN fittings in place. Looks like this, and you just pinch the AN fitting in here, and they are magnetic, so you can just put them on the vise. So let's do that. Like so. line them up. Take UWD-40, spray it, and spray it in here. This. Take this one. Oh shit. So this one is typically in the basement, and I just went down and unscrew it. So that's why it's not tightened right now, somewhere in the garage. So come on, like that. Then you take this one and just begin screwing it in. Also important, push up on the hose, so it doesn't, when you screw this in, it will push the hose down. So just apply some pressure and just push the hose up so it doesn't escape. I'm actually gonna change my arm here. So right now I'm applying pressure from the below and also from the top. Okay, and for the last bit, let's get one of these. Make sure it fits. Then just begin turning. It should look something like this. So the lines aren't lined up, doesn't matter, it's still solid. This one is swivel fitting also, which is nice. So I'm gonna try off camera and just line these ones up. It's kind of hard with this one being loose, so now just test it on, see if it fits. I'm gonna start up here. Then I'm gonna, of course, tighten these down with some kind of same tool. Then I have to find it below here somewhere. Probably gonna cover everything. Let me just do it like this. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna tighten it into the block yet, because it's kind of hard when the manifold is in the way. And actually, I think I did this wrong, because that end right there, you need to also, you cannot screw it directly into the block adapter. You have to put some kind of hose clamp through it. So I'm just gonna use this straight one, I think, because otherwise there's pressure on this hose and it's nothing preventing this one from just popping out. So you need to have one of these to be pushed inside the hose. So I'm just gonna screw this one in also, and that one is then this side is gonna get connected to the adapter in the block. And I think I'm gonna use a 60-degree fitting there, maybe. Okay, solid enough. Nice, finally. Nice. Whoop, whoop. Turbo, oil to turbo, complete. So the battle plan right now that I've come up with for these pipes is I've measured these. These are like 10 millimeters in, yeah, this one is 10 millimeters. Same with this one. And Speeding has a few connections. Like this one. AN6 to 3/8 inch, 90 degree. So this is where the pipe will go in, like this, and then it goes to AN6 down here. And according to my research, 3/8 of an inch is 9.56 or something millimeters. So there's half a millimeter in difference. And since the Speeding fitting is it's like threading, I think it will work on this pipe if you just cut off this thing. So you just cut this one and just thread it on, and it will go straight 90 down. Same with this one, 90. Actually, now that I said it, I think 90 here will hit this pipe. Maybe. So I need to, maybe one can go straight down and the other one will go like a bit curved, like this way, so it doesn't go down into the other one. Not sure. So that's, I actually emailed Speeding and asked them if they have some recommendations for this, and I will see if they reply. But it's worth a shot, I think, because I can't find any thread tappers which are AN6, and just pulling this out would be a hassle, I think. So yeah. So here are the connectors for the water lines, I hope. This is the part number. This is what it looked like. So AN6 right here. You can see this fitting. And then inside of this one, let me just open this. There's this little, you can say like crush washer maybe. I think that's supposed to be fit over the pipe or close to the pipe somehow. And then it will crush against this one. So I'm going to chop this one off. I think I'm gonna take the metal saw, this one, because it's not that aggressive. I can get a finer cut, I think. I'm gonna try to get as close to the edge here as possible. And I will update you how it went. Okay, so update. This is how far I've gotten to right now. So what I've done is I basically cut this one almost half of the pipe. And yes, that's a bit risky. I'm kinda doubting myself right now. And I'll check if you can see inside. So there it is. And what I've done is I actually taken the grinder, first this one, then I find out that I had a grinder like this with the compressed air. So I took this one and I kind of grinded around the pipe to make it less thick in the diameter. So now the fitting is pretty much as flush as it can be inside. And then I'm gonna take the brush washer, put it inside, hope and pray to the gods that it goes straight and not like my first attempt. You can see I squished the edge here, so I need to order a new one, but yeah, that's fine. So let's see if I can get this one straight. Should be popped in here, and on this one it can be with some force be fitted like this, but yeah, there's no way for me on getting it right now, so I'll just put it in like this, like that, tighten it and hope for the best. So the first one is on right now, and I don't know actually. I have no way of verifying that the cross washer in here isn't completely mangled into pieces. I kinda would like to have a camera to put down here to see here if it's bad or not. But I mean, this is for cooling the turbo, and like a lot of people are running the turbo setups and wastegate setups. Oh shit. Without cooling them at all with the water. So yeah, I'm kinda hoping that this one is fucked. It really doesn't matter that much. The only thing is that I need to be able to clear the turbo. So let's see here. Is it on? Yes. Maybe you can rotate it a bit like this. Finagle this one like this. Where's my paper? Here. Yeah, should be doable. I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it's pointing a bit down, but you know what? I'm not gonna even bother anymore. So I need to do this one also. Now that I think about it, maybe I should do this one first and then this one. Also, this one right here, I'm not sure how I'm even gonna be able to cut it because the water pump is in the way. Right, so I basically fucked this one up. So how you're supposed to install this is that you're supposed to take this fitting, put it on here as much as you can. Then you're supposed to take this thing, put it on the pipe, and then you put on the fitting. But since I've cut down the pipe a bit, this one will get really hard to put on the pipe. And I did have to cut down the pipe, because I can't get the fitting over this hump right here. So you have to cut it right behind here. Then it's easier to put on this one, the golden one, on the pipe. So I'm taking a break from the water side right here, because I'm waiting on some more fittings. In the meantime, I'm just disconnecting things right here. So I plugged this one out, some vacuum hoses. This one is still connected down here with the diagnostic. This one on the top, and the long bolts here are going here. The shorter one is going right there. And then we have these two, the nut right there, and the bolt right there. And over here I just removed this bracket, holding with 3 bolts. I just remove this one. And then I'm gonna remove some vacuum hosing. What else? Yeah, a few connectors, things like that, and we will see if this one will move or not. Still trying to remove the intake side, so I made the executive decision to remove the power steering pump. No, not the pump, but the reservoir and the hoses, and I'm gonna need to buy new hoses because they are kind of bad. There is, yeah, you can see here, there is a crack, and this is the mess right now. Holy moly. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to remove this whole thing, or half of the thing, and there is a bolt right there, and you kind of have to remove the power steering because it sits here, and to remove the bolts here you have to move it here, which means the hose is in the way, and the hose, this hose is also in the way, kinda. But now I think I can access this one. So I've been at this intake for like 2 hours trying to remove it. And this is the point I got into. It's very, very loose. So first of all, it was kind of stuck on the flange here, just because it's been sitting hot warm for a few years. So I took my sledgehammer, some wood, gave it a whack, still stuck. And what did I notice? Well, I forgot a bolt, which is being hidden. See this fucking hose underneath it. Let's see here. Trust me, there is a bolt right here on my finger, which is being hidden behind this hose. So I need to remove that one, and then finally this one will be removed. My god. So right below here. Ah, fuck it. It's loose. Oh my god. Finally. Ooh. Now I can remove this mess, remove the fuel rail, probably gonna drench my whole garage in fuel, and yeah, we can do that while we wait for the fittings, which will actually be arriving tomorrow, these ones. And I'm just gonna, I don't know, I'm just gonna send it. Either it will be leaking or it will not be leaking and the things won't get water, or everything is working perfectly. So I don't know. Many people are running turbos without, and wastegates without water cooling. So I mean, it's kind of a plus thing, a nice thing to have, but not necessary, I believe. So if this goes to shit, I'm basically gonna remove the AM fittings, put some rubber hose on, and then just convert it, put some fitting on the stainless steels lines and just plug it in. Okay, so I haven't filmed that much because I kinda was not feeling like it, but I'm gonna try and do better now. Okay, so some progress has been made. Intake is off, and yeah, I think I showed the bolts. And what I've done more is that I've disconnected these two lines, or not lines, cables that goes to the like auxiliary power for like the fan and the lamps, headlights and things like that. So that one are connected to these ones, I think, yeah. And I removed the ignition, which is this one. So as you can see, here comes the wire loom. It goes below here, under the oil cooler, and then somewhere, and that comes up here, and then it goes, yeah, somewhere. So I'm just gonna try to clean this up a bit. You can see I've labeled a lot of things. And then I'm also gonna try to complete this. So I'm actually gonna remove this pipe again, and I'm gonna put on the fittings here, pressure test it to see if there's water leaking in these lines, and if it's leaking, well, I'm gonna buy some 90-degree silicone hoses and just put here. And if it's not leaking, great. Down here for the water return, I will not be able to get on an AN fitting, mainly because I need to cut this little part here, and I won't be able to get any kind of tool in there to cut it off. So I need to remove the water pump, and to remove the water pump, I believe you have to remove these bolts that one, and they are behind the covers. Then to remove the covers, you have to remove the gears and everything again, and I can't be arsed doing it. So I'm gonna remove the pipe here, pressure test it when the fitting is on, see if it leaks. I don't know how I'm gonna pressure test it. Put water in or something, I don't know. And then continue with this mess and try to get every cable out. And then just clean up some parts, and then we're gonna look at the fuel system. Yeah, let's go. Finally. Took some time. I lost an O-ring and an O-ring in the middle, but oh well. I'm not gonna be using this one. It's out. Whoops. Right now I'm down to the last few bolts here, and there's one here. You can see my wrench on here. Something here holding, I think, the manifold to some cables or something, and then there's one right below, down here under the black thing right here. So yeah, down here there's a bolt. Maybe if I move this one, you can see. Okay, but it's down there, and I'm not sure how to remove that one because I can't take a socket and go down under here because this whole thing, plastic thing right here, the black box, is in the way, and you can see it right there, and you can't get it from the top really. So yeah. Alright, so I don't know how I made it, but I actually got the socket on. Stupid cables, where am I? Here. So the socket is on, so what I did is I took a lot of things here. What was that? No clue. So a long socket, pushed it down here through this hole, then took my hands, one on this side, one on that side, and kind of went under here to finagle it on the nut. Then I pushed an extender below through because the extender could get in, and then I used the ratchet on, and now it's actually loose, and you can see the intake is coming out. Great success. Okay, so let me show you what I'm struggling with. So it's down here, you can see there's a clip right here, and let's see if I can get in camera. You see that bolt right there? So that's what's keeping this whole thing in, I believe. You can see it's stuck on all the cables below, and I think that bolt is holding it. So you need to kind of, I can show you, push it. It's kind of hard to see. Okay, so the only thing left holding this in is this stupid bracket, which is holding some kind of filter or something. I have no clue what that is. So let me try if I can zoom in. So that's the one that's loose, Then we can see there's another one down there, and there is a nut. Where is it? There. Kind of hard to see, but I will try to see if I can get this bracket loose. If you worked at Toyota and you put this fucking bolt in, fuck you. This fucking piece of shit. Okay, I think it's loose now. I don't know what happened. I just pulled on it and I think this bracket just said fuck you and I'm gonna release now or something. I don't even know. Let's see here. Oh, fuck, it's still stuck somewhere. There's an earth cable down here. Where is it? Ten. Oopsie doops. Oh, fuck this thing, you know. Ah. So much fucking shit. Oh, shit. Whew, look at this. Look at this piece of shit bracket. Fuck you. So I was trying to get to this nut. Yeah, that's impossible. I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of canister for some kind of fucking shit. Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, now we can remove the cable, oil filter, cooler, everything shit. I'm kind of done with this. Right, so I've revised my plan. You can see this water neck is now removed, and that's because my method with the AN fittings push on ring thing is not working. It's gonna leak. We tested it and it's leaking without any pressure in it. I don't know if the water has any pressure in it, maybe a bit. But yeah, it's not going to work. So I abandoned that plan, and so what we are gonna do now, because I've cut them a bit, basically fucked myself right here. So what I'm gonna do is that we are taking, as you saw, I went to the store and I bought this pipe. Let's see if I can get this one to. So we're gonna take this pipe. And we're just gonna put it on and then just somewhere like this, weld it, and it's not going to leak. So yeah, and then we're also gonna bend this pipe to 90 degrees. So yeah, it goes 90 degrees, and then we are just going to fit some AN6 welding adapters you can buy on speeding. So that will be nice. So we're gonna convert this pipe to an AN6 basically, and then we are good to go. Let me see if I have the fittings up. Yes, I do. But this is aluminum, so this is wrong, but they have in steel also. So basically we're gonna take this one, you put this thing into the pipe and then just weld it around, and it's AN6. So that's the plan. It will be leak free, and my buddy's gonna help me. He's really good at TIGging, so we're gonna TIG this one, and hopefully that will be the final piece. Then I can finally put this thing together, and I also need to block that pipe, and I need a silicone hose to go up to this one. So yeah, and I do believe we can remove this one also. So that's the plan, and I made some more progress here, I think. I don't know what I showed last, but I'm just marking up some cables. Like this one was sitting down there. It's some kind of oil pressure or NOx sensor, or this is NOx sensor or oil pressure, I'm not sure actually. And then we have this thing, some kind of fuel ventilation thingy, filter maybe, nah, I don't know. And yeah, so the main thing right now is that this line is going here behind into the firewall, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna remove that, but I will try. And then this whole harness comes out, and I will need to split this part because these connectors are going to the here, which is for the other lamps and things. So we need to take this one out of the original harness, and then this whole thing can be removed and replaced with the MaxxEcu flying lead. I don't know if I told anyone, but this pipe back here that you need to plug, it's a 10mm plug is good. So like a silicone cap. You just put it on and then put a hose clamp on that you will plug that. I am still labeling up the contacts I'm pulling out from the engine. So this one, black one, round head is going down here. That's the oil pressure. Then we have this one being right here. That's a NOx sensor, so it's by cylinder number 2 and 1 between. And then down there, you can see in the block, that's between cylinder number 5 and 6. So that's also a NOx sensor. And what else do I have? I think all these brown ones are for injectors and things. This one, I'm not really sure yet. I have to check it. I think it's connected to the manifold or the fuel rail somehow. This one I've been labeling. It's intake air control. This one I think is for injectors or something. And yeah, so I will try to remove the whole harness, and then I can show all of the ports on this intake side as well. And these on the top are cam sensor and cam sensor. So both are on the intake side. Then we have this connector down here, that white grayish one. That one, it goes to the power steering pump. Next up we have this connector, which is down here. Let's see this one. So it's very low in the block, I think. So I think we need to go down under the car and disconnect it from the below, maybe. I will see. It's out, and I actually got it from the top. Took a long screwdriver, pushed on the clip, and then put it out. So this one, since it's not in the block, I think it's in the oil pan. I believe it's oil sensor, like the how much oil you have in the pan, oil level sensor or something like that. And this one actually broke for me. It's yeah, so maybe I need to replace this. Looks like this, and I believe that's the correct one, because every contact that I'm pulling out, I am checking with the BJP race, because they are selling. Så oljenivå givarkontakt, that's oil level contact. Looks like this. 2 pins straight, and then kind of bulky. If you verify with this one, does not look the same, but it says on the website there are 2 types of connectors, so this might be the other type. It only makes sense because it's sitting in the oil pan. It has to be the oil level sensor. What's left now is, I believe, a cable to the starter right down there. And then there is one cable going, let's see if I can get it right there. I think it goes to the gearbox, on top of the gearbox or something. I have to raise the car and check. Not sure what that could be, like the temperature of the gearbox. No, maybe the speed sensor actually. Might be the speed sensor. So I'm gonna see if I can unplug that one. Okay, so I'm below the car and you can see this is the gearbox, their starter. And if we go up here, this contact, I believe that's the one. So that would be, I think, the speed sensor. So it's reading the speed from the gears and not from the diff, I believe. So I need to remove the contact, and then there is a, there's a bolt up there holding the cables. Not really that easy to get to it, so we will see how we do. And also I see that the starter has a big contact right there, but I think it's in another harness, maybe. We will see. The cable for the gearbox also splits into two pieces, so there's one going this side and one going that side. And we can see up here, it's let's remove the lamp. So there it is, it splits and it's fastened by the clips here, and then there is another contact up here you need to remove. Both contacts are now out from the gearbox. Here's the one on the right side. Looks like this. And the one on the left side, let me see if I can capture it. It looks like this. So it's a gray contact up there. So I'm gonna go to the top now and try to pull this harness and see if it's if it finally gets out from the car. And oh yeah, to remove this one, that one from the right side, I used long plier, a long flathead, and I came from the back and just there and just finagle it till it popped out, and then I just used this one a bit and the hands and just pulled really hard and it finally popped out. Yes, so these are the two connectors, right side, left side. Alright, moment of truth. Will everything just pop out? That's here, that's there, coming up. Like so. Oh shit, look! Everything's loose. Whoa! Now it only needs to go through the firewall. Woohoo! Yes! So closer look. Everything is up here and there's nothing going on right here. I think this is, yeah, it's also loose, so everything will just need to go through this hole somehow. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. Maybe we need to remove like this hard plastic and things like that. Let's see here how it looks on the inside. Long time no see. So I believe I'll remove this one. There's a lot of shit here. And if you pull back the carpet, yeah, so there is the ECU, and I do have some kind of boost boost cuts and things like that. So yeah, so I need to firstly get a light. I need to make sure what is what, and I need to find a hole through the firewall. I just remember that it's probably easier to pull things inside the car out. That's what I'm guessing, at least. I just kom på det just nu, so, as you say in Sweden. I'm a genius. So I'm gonna admit I've been here before, but not this deep, as you can say. Like, I removed the carpet here a bit, and I never seen these things before. And look at all this wiring. Like, what's this? What's this for? Look at all these plugs for connectors. This is not OEM, I believe. So these are, if you look here, I know that I do have some old ass Grady temp, maybe oil temp or water, I'm not sure. Actually, maybe it says here air fuel, not that one. This one maybe. No, it doesn't say anything. Okay, great. And then we have another one, which is oil pressure. Okay, and those are the only ones that I have, and I believe they've been sitting like this in the glove box, in these kind of holder things. So I'm just gonna put them in the seat. Okay, what else? We have some tape. Yes, I know that. A mount, which I've not been using. Some papers. Yeah, that's the ring. What else? Oh, it looks to be like putting here somewhere. I don't know. What else? Some magnetic things. Okay. So these are the wires. I'm gonna pull them through. And then I'm gonna slowly start by removing this box. And what's this? Data link unit temp. Okay, that's a temp one. And yeah, I think this one is gonna be hard to film because there's really no space to set up the camera. But I will update you on the progress. Back again with the white vans. Today it's actually the day after Forza Horizon 6 has been released, and I'm playing a bit of the game. And I would say I'm still a fucking newbie. My first Forza Horizon game I'm playing, actually. And I'm playing with a controller, so yeah, it's a bit tricky, but I'm getting used to it. Anyways, speeding again, here we go. Of course. First off, I bought another 90-degree fitting. Nice, I guess. Straight fitting. Male to... no, it's a hose connection. Yeah. Then I bought... let's see here. I don't need that. These 3. So this is what we'll be using on the pipe that we're going to be bending and welding to this one. These ones. Yep. Then I bought a AN6 female to AN4 male to be able to connect to the hose. So the principle is this one is going on that one. Here comes the tube, and now it's AN fitting. Then I bought 10mm caps to block off the water pipe. So we will see how that will go. And a AN6 push-on fitting for a hose that I have not yet received actually, so still waiting on that. Let me go grab the welding tube we're gonna weld to. So I don't know if I showed it, but I think I did. I bought this one first. This is not stainless steel, this is steel. So I went and bought another one which is stainless steel, this one. So the plan is now, hopefully, because Speeding didn't put the size in the webpage, that this one fits good to this one. Whoops. And as we can see, it's exactly the same width or diameter, whatever you call it. I was hoping that this one would fit into this pipe, because that would make it a lot easier. Now we have to weld it up like this, you know. It's gonna be a bit tricky, I think. But we will see how my buddy will manage to weld that. So the plan is for this one to go there. Let me change my hands, and we will see if it fits any good. Perfect. And I just need a hose clamp on that one, and that one is blocked off. Very nice. Progress made. So I'm gonna just remove that one because I need to find the size. And then I also bought a bigger hose, this one. I think it's AN10 or something like that, or it was something like that. And the plan is that this one will be using for my heater core. So let's see here. It's going to connect from this pipe that I notice is bent right now. I'm not sure how that happened. We need to fix that. So that one is going from here down to this one. And I believe that this should be the correct size. I think so. I need two hands, but going there and then up here and just route it somewhat nice. So I didn't record the finished product of the welds, but this is what it looks like. So this is where the water comes in here. Then it will go straight to the turbo, and the other one goes down here to the wastegate. So now I have supplied both the turbo and the wastegate with water, and that's very nice. So this is the outcome. So that we took these ones, welded on, put some braces in here. Then here are the AN6 fittings here and here, straight to AN6 here to the turbo. Boom. And for the wastegate we have an adapter AN6 to a male AN4, then to a straight coupling, and then turning down here. And that coupling looks like this. So this one is on the pipe and then to a AN4 fitting. So that's nice. I was a bit worried about the clearance between the pipe here and the for the air coming into the turbo, but I have clocked the turbo a bit. You can actually clock it a bit back, as you can see. So we will see how we will adjust this one, because when I made the oil for the turbo, this one, the turbo was hitting more like this, not like that. So this one might be too short now. I'm not sure if it's too short or not, because it's really hard to get it in, and I don't want to try it right now because I'm still waiting on the final piece of the puzzle here. It's this one, waiting for a 90 degree or a 45 or 60 degree silicone hose I will put on here, and then that one will get this one. So this one goes into the silicone hose, boom, and then it converts to an AN6 fitting, and then we're good to go. And we need to plumb up this Y cross section also, so maybe something like this. Just give me a second here. So this is so here will be the hose for the return, and then we will have turbo wastegate. Okay, and then therefore I do have another one of these converters, because I need to convert like that. So it will be sitting something like this, I believe, somewhat, or maybe we will, I don't know how we will sit actually, or like that, or like this, or I don't know, we will see. So I will get those parts tomorrow, the hoses, I think, and then I'm still waiting on the drain fitting, which is it's kind of hard to see, but down where the paper is, I'm still waiting on that fitting. So then once that's done, or I get the parts, everything here will be actually plumbed up and ready to go. So leave a comment of what you think of this setup. I mean, I think it's okay. We could have probably done some adjustments here. A tighter bend would have been nice, but it's really hard to bend pipes, especially stainless steel pipes, on a bench without any, pneumatic hydraulic tools. So this is what we did, and it will be good for startup and things like that, and registering the car. And once that's done, I can maybe modify this somehow. Okay, trying to finish up this hot side in the car, but I'm not getting the right part from Speeding, unfortunately. So I did order, so we can see here, silicone hose, black, 45 degrees, one ordered, one delivered. That's just, yeah, remaining, null. And here, no delivered articles, or not delivered articles, 90-degree fitting, or silicone hose. So this package I got like on Friday, I think, and then I got another parcel which contained this. So this is the 90-degree hose, 90 degree, but my other hose, which was supposed to be 45 degrees, I did not receive. So I have to wait for that one. In the meantime, I would try. The plan was to make this one fit here, like so. I need 2 hands to do it, but it will sit something like this. I'm not sure if 90 degree is better than 45. 45 would be, yeah, maybe better. So I'm gonna wait for my 45 degree fitting, and then we will see, or no, silicone hose I mean, and then we will see which one I will end up using. So that's nice, and I believe, I do hope so, that this one will fit this one. Looks like it will. That's the hole. Goes in here. Yeah, should fit with some silicone and some pushing. So this is, I don't know if I said it, I believe so, AN6 to silicone hose adapter. So it will fit like this, and these are the return for the wastegate and turbo. I think I've said this like 100 times now, okay, so yeah, I'm still waiting on my hose, and when I get it, I will get back to this, because I really can't be arsed with this one right now. I just want to focus on this, get it 100% done, then I can move over to this thing right here. Everything is off again because I needed to insert the plug I just received from Speeding. So it's down here right now, and that's an AN10 to like some M20 by 1.5 or something like that. I will insert in the video what it is. Then we have this hose right here. It's loose now because this one was going to the cold canister. So that one can just be removed. So there are a few clips right there, and a clip below here. So I'll just pull this one out. Down here, I'm just looping these two. They were for the reservoir that was below the intake. Not sure what this is used for, but it's some kind of, I don't know, storing some gases or something, I don't know. So I'm just gonna loop these two with the hose that I pull off from this side. So just like this, loop them together. I actually haven't seen this one before, but I do have a Greddy oil cooler. I had no clue. The more you know, I guess. So I'm just gonna remove this one because I'm gonna have an external oil cooler sitting somewhere below here, I think, and then I'm gonna route the hoses here. So we're gonna remove this one, this whole thing here, and this one, I think, yes, because I'm gonna have a sandwich plate right here, and then the oil filter. So I removed the oil dipstick. It's actually sitting down there in the hole here, so I just pull it up and it got loose. I loosened the two bolts for this. It's kind of a fuel filter or something. So this one went to the fuel rail, and the bottom one right here, see this hose running down here, that's going to the fuel filter down there. So I'm just gonna break it loose from the top here with the impact, and then I can remove this one and this one. I've loosened the bolt for the whole oil filter assembly. So this is a 24 millimeters. I just took my impact and a impact socket and just cracked that one loose. So now I'm just gonna, pull this one out, just pull everything up, and I've loosened the coolant hoses here. So the coolant is running here, through this one, and then returning into the block. So I'm trying to figure out this oil sandwich adapter situation right now. And I believe what I have to do is I have to remove this one that's already installed on the hub here. And this is a graded one. It's probably really good quality, but it doesn't allow me to use an external oil cooler, so like this one. And this one is from Speeding. It also has sensors there and there, so I can get temperature and pressure. So in order to remove this one from the entire housing right here, I do believe I have to remove this nut, and I don't have a socket for that. So this is a 24 millimeter. It does not fit. I think I need 26. So I'm gonna have to buy that one and just clean this up, and I think we're gonna do that in the next episode. So I'm gonna pause right here. I've done some cleaning here. It looks a bit better. Cleaned here, clean a bit here. In the next episode we're going to, I think, remove the harness from the car, and I'm thinking of putting an entire episode of me building the harness. That's probably gonna take me at least a month to do, because I need to pull out the harness, I need to figure out the connections and the routing of all the wires. So I'm thinking of putting up an episode that explains how to wire MaxxEcu to a 2JC, and another episode where I finish up the turbo plumbing and the intake plumbing, and then we're gonna move on to fuel plumbing. So at least 3 more episodes, and I do believe that the next one will be quite some time away because I have to figure things out. We will see what I will do, and I need my buddy to come and help me weld some intercooler pipes, because I need to know where the pipes will be going before I route the plumbing for the water, because they are kind of in the way. So yeah, so if anyone has any tips, leave a comment on what I should do with this pipe. Can you just block it off, or do I need to route it back into here to allow cooling to flow? Otherwise I believe it's gonna get stuck in this pipe somehow. So that's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm just gonna buy a silicone hose, put it here, but please let me know if that's correct or not. Or I can just put it back on the stock oil cooler. Actually, that might be a plan, because I do already have the hoses for that. So it would be double cooling, I guess. So thanks for watching, everyone, and just subscribe if you want to see more about this, and just leave a like, and I will see you in the next episode.